I promise if Trump does this, he's going to completely destroy the stock market. So Trump came out on Truth Social and said that companies and corporations should no longer be forced to report on a quarterly basis. Now, if you don't know, the Securities Exchange Commission makes it so if you're a publicly traded company on the stock market, you have to report your quarterly earnings numbers. Now, the reason why this is important is because it tells investors exactly what's going on in the company. Here's how much money we brought in. Here's how much money we spent. Here's how much we have on the books moving forward. Here's how much sales we pulled in. All the important metrics that Wall Street and investors need to know to determine what the health of the company is before they invest into that company. And this is kind of the gauge or the meter to know if the company you're getting ready to invest into is a healthy and profitable company, or if it's a company that's just all smoke and mirrors and you're more than likely going to lose money if you do invest into that company. And Wall Street takes these numbers very seriously because obviously we want to know what's going on with our investments. We want to know if the companies that we're investing into have a bright future or if they're starting to slow down and we need to move our money. So our 401ks, our Roth IRAs, and everything that Wall Street does is dependent on these quarterly earnings reports. Now, it is important to also note that he said that rather than reporting on a quarterly basis, companies should be reporting on a 6-month basis. This will save money and allow managers to focus properly on running their companies. So he's saying that rather than reporting every single 3 months like companies are forced to do by the SEC, why not just report every 6 months? That way the company can just focus on the business and driving revenue rather than focusing their time and energy on these quarterly earnings reports. But the fact remains that stock market investors, including myself, are heavily dependent on these quarterly earnings reports before we start investing into a company. I want to know if this is a good company and if I should put my investment money toward it or if I should look elsewhere. Without these quarterly earnings reports, we're basically having a longer period of time to wait before we decide if we're going to invest or not. Now, he's got his own reasons why he thinks this is a good idea. And I'm sure being the businessman he is, he probably has some logic behind it too. But coming from an investor standpoint, I don't think this is a good idea at all.